Hey guys, real quick announcement before I dive into this creator box opening. It's really important, so I want to put it out there immediately. The Friday before the Cards HQ premiere event here in Atlanta, the game shop that I work at and run Elestrals at, Gigabytes Cafe, is holding an uncut sheet tournament. Not only will first place be getting an uncut sheet of Moonrise Hollows, but importantly, you'll be getting a serialized Imperial that we opened here at the shop when we were opening Zeus starter decks. Space is limited. We only have capacity for 64 and maybe a push to 80 if we fill that up fast enough. If you're coming down to the premiere anyway, our shop is 10 minutes away from Cards HQ, so come on down and try to win yourself an uncut sheet and a serialized Imperial. With all that out of the way, please enjoy this creator box opening and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm trying to hit 1,000 before MagicCon Atlanta. Let's get there. Good evening, gamers. Welcome to a special episode. This isn't Spellify. This is recorded around the same time, but that's beside the point. Tonight, we have a very special gift that came in from the Elestrals team. It is once again time to open one of these creator boxes. Oh, I'm so excited, honestly. Before I get into this, thank you so much to Mr. Daniel A. Drive, Mr. Elestrals man himself, for sending this along, and the Elestrals team. Much appreciated. This gift does not go ungratefully. And I'm seeing this little bulge. I've seen a little bit from some friends online that have also picked up one of these creator boxes. So real quick, I want to kind of go over this because this is a very cool box art we got going on here. We got Hestia Majorisa, we got Hermes and Carryoff. We have anything cool on the side. Looks like we have a nice little bit of Poseidon and Majesty. Looks like the Stellar Majesty, actually. Other side's probably be like Zeusable Tempest. Yep, and then on the back here, just kind of a smaller version of what we had up front. But let's crack into this, see what we get in here. And oh my lord. All right, so first off, kind of see from up here, it's a big old kind of standard display. Back flap has the same stuff on the sides. We have a big old little how-to guide. I'll get into that real quick just to pull everything out. And let's get into what we have in the box. And man, this box is stacked, honestly. For starters, half of it is filled by a new little furry friend. We have the Frost Spirit FLURRMINE, which I think is a little fitting because Frostfall was the first creator box I got and kind of my first real exposure to Elestrals. That's very cool. We have a nice little FLURRMINE. Look at him. He's adorable. His name is FLURRMINE, but I'm calling him Jeff. Then we have one of the really cool parts about Elestrals, the tournament packs. I'm not gonna lie, Elestrals tournament packs are probably some of the best in the game. I've helped obviously hand a bunch of these out at my locals. Tournament pack 3 is the big one. People are to say they're fiending for tournament pack 3 is an understatement. I'll put it up here, but long story short, on the Elestrals Discord stuff that I help, or for the LGS I work at, I've been doing a weekly deck build challenge. And one of them, you probably know him, Slop Shop Julian, posted a very fun little deck list 1 week when I was like, hey, build this. He's like, no, it's all TP3. We have some of the blisters featuring the new Stellar Vipyro and Lycra spirits. We have a Hermes and Zeus starter deck, which maybe this is an opportunity to pull maybe another fun Stellar. And the big kid and caboodle is, of course, a booster box. We love to see it. Once again, thank you so much to Dan and the A Drive team. That's not how this works. Thank you so much to Dan and the Elestrals team for sending this over to me. Much appreciated. We got the box, but real quick, let's dig into some of the other stuff here. We have the starter deck. If you haven't seen my starter deck overview video, you can check that out. It'll be somewhere on screen here. We have some blisters. We have some tournament packs to dive into. And let's unwrap our little furry friend here. Honestly, so I'll be honest. I've never been tempted to buy an Elestrals plushie before. I'm not really a plushie guy, right? I could see the appeal for this. You have the I'm not sure this. You got the frost symbol on his tail. Okay, I'm not really sure how you should be evaluating a plushie, right? But like this feels like well made, I guess. I don't know. Like maybe the tail's on a little loose, but I don't feel like it's like the thing's not gonna like rip and fall off anytime soon. Maybe there should be like some more padding here or something. Like I said, I don't know about plushies, but he's a nice little fellow. I'm gonna try to. And there's not really a good way to keep him in shot for the entire show, so I will. Just know that he's here, his presence is appreciated, and he's a cute little furry friend as we continue to delve in through Elestrals. Unfortunately, this is Firestorm. He's ice. He's going to melt. I'm sorry, FLURRMINE, but maybe you should chill a little bit and and like I'll leave you in my fridge so you don't melt for all of the sheet we have here is kind of a brief like kind of overview of how to play. You kind of have the card breakdown of like card names, element type, subclasses. Hot take, maybe not a hot take. I think the subclasses are some of the worst parts of the Elestrals card design. I feel like there needs to be better ways to show that off, but we're already 5 sets through. I'm not quite sure how you improve upon that at this stage, but we could always try. On the back here, we have kind of the stuff for Elestrals, the community stuff, participate in events, the online stuff. Very biased because I've already been doing stuff with Elestrals, but I gotta say they have some of the best online events in the game, and genuinely, as I will break down with the tournament packs here, some of the best OTS support in the game. For one, just kind of bluntly put from the store side, stores can pick up extra things to them. So honestly, like the OTS stuff, the tournament packs are some of the best stuff in the game, honestly. Let's crack into pack 1. Maybe we pull the Stellar PTA. Be very funny, but you know, okay, we didn't hit the top. Good to know. So I believe pack 1 was a little lacking. It had some really good staples. So we have stuff like Kinlea, which is very big in the Fire Artifact decks. Viscerus, which is another big card. It's so good it got semi-limited. And Aardvark. So what Elestrals tends to do sometimes is they print kind of sneak peeks into the OTS packs. So this gives you a really nice opportunity to actually check out some of the cool stuff that they got coming out in the future. So Aardvark was kind of the preview for Moonrise, with being lunar focused and being the little bug box guy. Tournament Pack Series 2, if I'm correct, didn't really have as much of a sneak peek for stuff. It was more of, here's a way to get foils of stuff we haven't really made available as foil before. And also really good reprints, like, you know, Ash Rabbit, very good card. Morfrost Batform, which is a killer, and Dracaray as Stellar. A big thing has been the Stellar rares across all of the packs. And just also the different arts for stuff, which, like, you know, it's cool that, you know, basically playing in your stores and being a member of your community in the store gets you cool cards. More so than I'd say with like other games. Like Magic really don't have the stamps. Yu-Gi-Oh is just blatantly reprints, but just more accessible rarities. And then stuff like Pack 3, which was pretty much, here's like half a Firestorm before it comes out. We have Veritaqua, new foils of commons in the pack, and Kylo Surge, and a Griffuse Champ of Zeus. Blister pack, it's not so interesting. So like, I know a lot of blisters usually have like paper padding there. I kind of dig that this doesn't have that. And these are also in sleeves already. Neat, very cool. I'm just gonna let that hang out for a second. But yeah, your spirits and Elestrals are basically your land equivalent for Magic. I'm just gonna go crack these packs we're talking here. Yeah. Let's see what we get here. We have ourselves, I'm trying to get that to focus, but it doesn't want to. We got Rummikul, we got Urskoat, we got Warmite, Ignectar, the new Ignectar that lets you search Pot of Greed, basically. I'm not joking, Nectar of the Gods is basically Pot of Greed. We got Sluggle, we got Monsoon of Eurus, which I believe is the start to our uncommons. The rarity is determined by this little diamond in the center if it's filled out or not. Monsoon of Boreas, Lyre of Apollo, we got Dracadoodle, and no foil in that pack. Let's try the Lycoris pack. Okay, so maybe I just got lucky, actually, because this one does have, like, the little paper thing behind it. Yeah, kind of, blisters are a very cool way where it's like, here's some better rarities and stuff. I know they already, I think, did the Stellar Spirits in the Kickstarter, so I know some people are a little burned by that, but it's different art, so it is at least a little different in that case. But I don't know. I think you want to try to make things accessible as possible and have, you know, multiple cool different rarities and stuff. I don't know. It's weird. I'm kind of like on the fence, I'll be honest, where it's like, okay, it's cool. It's like if you was supported early on, that's like, I can see how people feel burned. We got Rummikul. We got Urskoat. We have like almost the exact same pack. Woo! Champ Like a Void. Very spooky card. Any card in a game that lets you get multiple bodies out is a bit of a house. We got Panzer, Torsion, we got something shiny in the back. We got Solar Charge. Enchant Solar from your underworld. Do an Elestral on your... Pretty cool. And, oh, cool. 2 Solar. Alrighty. Let us crack into, with my handy dandy car keys, more Hermes action. But of course, we are really here for the people that have not seen it yet. We have the booster packs. We have, I'll briefly go over it, I guess. You get 2 mats. One has, I've showed out to pull that, but you have one for Hermes, you have one for Zeus, and on the other side, if I can pull it out more out of the way, is your whole, like, how to play board. This is the same board if you go to your LGS and they have Elestrals that they have been using on the 2-player Learn to Play mats. We have, once again, some more Zeus action. We have some more Hermes action. Gonna just pop that in real quick. But I'm not sure. Now, the big thing for the starter decks is sometimes you have the chance to pull shinier cards. Elestrals, obviously, if you couldn't tell, is very much based off of the same vein of Pokemon. So there's Stellars, and Stellars are basically shiny Pokemon. There's Reverse Stellars, which are rarer, and then there's Serialized Stellars. A lot of stuff is like X out of 99. Box toppers could be X out of 25 now. They used to be X out of 10s. I'm not sure where the serialized would be hypothetically in this. One of the other cool things about Elestrals is very good reprint policy. Obviously, across different versions of blister packs and the tournament packs, there's also really good reprints within the starter decks, and especially now the starter decks being basically like, 2-for-1s, because they're the 2 packs, you can more easily get starters together, like Poised Tefera, which is a very good trap card. Haven't really explained too much, but at least gameplay-wise. But basically, Elestrals plays, the way I like to describe it is it looks like Pokemon, plays like Yu-Gi-Oh! So you have counter runes, which are like your trap cards. You have spell cards, or invokes, which are functionally like spell cards. You have Hurricane, which is almost like Heavy Storm. It's just as good, honestly. You have, importantly, things like field spells, like your stadiums. You have Zeus, your Divine Runes, and Divines kind of play like continuous spells with like a once per turn activation. Okay, I didn't know if, I wasn't quite sure where the Stellar stuff would be here. But, one of the big things I really love about Elestrals specifically is that for me, as someone that is not the type to be like hounding a new box or getting a new box like every set, right? It's very nice to be able to actually just like pick basically a starter deck or 2, in this case now the 2-for-1s. I wouldn't say functionally have like a complete deck offhand, but just like you get a lot of staples very quick if you're just getting the starter product, which is a very nice difference compared to a lot of other TCGs that, I mean, the big ones I can think of are like the challenger decks for Magic, where it's like they don't contain that many of like good staples going on. Like, Gorgon's Gaze, it's effectively like effect negation. That's also like at a premium, and it's not just effect negation, it's also like attack negation. It does a lot of stuff, and it's nice that in starter products they're at least willing enough to insert in copies of this sort of stuff. And I guess I just got screwed again that I'm not getting. I didn't get it. Maybe it's somewhere in the packs, but we'll figure it out. And let's see what we may be able to find in some more booster packs of Firestorm. Rip her open. We got Reforge and Artifactorings. Didn't mention those, but those can basically be like equip spells. And Reforge does stuff with that. You get equip spells from your grave back to your hand, heal a little bit. Hibernation to help with the bear stuff that came out in the set. We got Harpy, Candace, Champion. The whole thing with Divine Champions Firestorm is with the Greek influence of all the gods. You have various Elestrals that are taking the sides of particular gods, more like a Void. We love to see it. Torch of Hestia. Ooh, Flamomoth. Hello. I feel like it should have been a cover card of the set because it's Firestorm, and this is fire and not quite storm, but it's wind. Wind's kind of like a storm. More stuff. We got Spyman. We got Retire. Escape from Tartarus. Elestral's ban is basically sending things to hell. But what they've been trying to do is basically reprinting fixed versions of cards. So Retire used to be when you play Ambro or I think Golden Apple, you draw 2 cards, and Ambro is a very good card in this game. Your entire mana system is also your life, so burn is also in a weird spot, but also getting more life to then play more stuff is very good. Drataya made that insane and was part of some major FTKs that thankfully did not run rampant too long. They were stopped before this actually came out, but it's cool that we actually get to see some eroded versions with new art. We got Rummikul, we got another Earth Scout, another Worm. We are getting a lot of the same cards here. Anvil of Festus, Caduceus of Hermes, Talia's Hermes, Exaltair, Foil, very cool. Over here. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4. We're currently 2 for 2. We go 3 for 3. We want 1 for 1. I felt I had to complete the cycle. It felt fit. We got Rummikul. We have a lot of the same stuff here. Warmite, Ignectar, Sluggle, Panzer, almost the same pack. Fortune, Lospire, no shiny card. We do have Spinasax. Spinasac's pretty cool. And finally, last pack. I guess we're gonna go 3 for 4 here. Warmite, Ignectar, a lot of the same. Okay. Veritako, finally something new. Narpoon, Chivalror, another third Lycovoid, very cool. Torch of Hestia. Ooh, hello! Full Art Galaxair, Champ of Aeolus. Whenever you add this card, this Galaxair to your hand with Aeolus's effect, special summon. It's a Poplar. Does that get you that far? That's up for debate. We'll figure it out at some point. But very nice to end on a nice full art there. But the thing that I know some of you might be waiting for a bated breath, the booster box. Here, using our trusty keys, we are going to tear into this and see what we can open into the pile. Another card key. Remove the sticker. 36 wonderful packs, but I feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot of duplicates, seeing how those first packs went. Get a box topper. In this case, it's gonna be one of 4 of the face guys here, so we're gonna get either Majersa, Harryoff, Volt Tempest, or Majesty. And we got Majesty here. Majesty is a little goofy. It basically is a Mystic Mind type effect. Basically in Elestrals, your guys need to be properly enchanted, so these spirits go under your guys. So there we go. Majesty needs 3 waters to be online to get its effect. So Majesty needs these 3 guys, needs 3 waters online so it gets its effect. Majesty turns while in attack position and you have Poseidon in play. Everyone else's spirits water, so you're a little screwed up on spells. Your guys don't have their effects. It is a very goofy card. Is it going to see some metagame relevance? I don't know. We haven't been that far yet, and the premiere is, as of recording, the 7th. Right now it is just before June, so we'll figure it out. But let's see what we get in terms of our cards. Hestia has a bunch of stuff with bears, so we have the Ursa Coat, the Cold One, Frigid Cub, Titanostock. Aeolus has stuff with wind and also a couple grass guys, or a couple earths. Spinem, Retaya once again, Titanostrike, Ankleate Shock, Raccoon, and Viscerus. Interestingly, this Viscerus is a little... is he here? He is here. So, this Viscerus is a little bit like this Viscerus from the tournament pack. The difference is, though, they are kind of different stats, different effects, but you can still only play a maximum of, I believe, 3 copies total, because they're the same name. A lot of these guys have, like, Champ, you know, whatever. That's a different card. These guys, though, are the same names, so you can only have 3 combined total copies, and then this Viscerus is 7. So your ratio is probably 2 to 1. Just fun little fact I thought I'd bring up. It's semi-relevant in some cases. On to the next. We are gonna have so much plastic here. We got Nemastar, Arachne's Lair. There's a bunch of cool stuff in the set with like spiders and bears to really get support for those decks. Narpoon, Harpy, Elichick, here, Sirocco of Notice, Monsoon of Eurus, Mistrals of Boreas, FLURRMINE. Yeah, I had to make sure on that. To also help with the spider stuff. Disenchant fire from your Hestia to search your deck for Arachne's Lair and add to your hand. You need to make someone burn for the number of Elestrals on their field if Arachne's Lair is enchanted, which is a bit of a weird thing. You'd want them to have no Elestrals, but I guess if you want them to be dying slowly, that works too. We got Bunnix, which does a cool thing with Nyxmaria. Nyxmaria is a guy with 2 forms. It's almost like a split evolution for Pokemon, and has a way to tag between them, which is very cool. Soul Bell, Rumacole, Urskote, Warmite. We're seeing a lot of the Hestia stuff between packs. Shiveroar, another Lyca Void, love to see him. Torch Hestia, another Flammoth, very cool. That's 2 Flammoths. Now, would I build Flammoth? I don't know. It's got a decent effect to do a board pop, but I'm not a big fan of it as much. Like Beloit Forest, you can see it's burning the woods down. Reforge, Pandison, Titanostock, Spinem, Frieza Zephyrus, Lyre of Apollo, Panzer, and Amphyrix. We got Plucky, which inserts that Lyre of Apollo, Werepuff, which evolves into Lyca Void, Ignector, Sluggle, Veritaqua, Anvil of Hephaestus, Caduceus of Hermes, Talius of Hermes, and Majursa. Kind of cool is that in the main decks you can get Majursa in foil, in the main set it's not foil. There's also the big mama bear for all of the little bears in this set, like these bears that are hibernating. Sparkit is another guy that was banned and now is back, escaped from Tartarus. The initial form was kind of crazy. 4-2 stat line, Nexus 2 Thunders, which means move the Thunder Spirits on your board around, and then you can look at your opponent's hand and rip a card. It's just better Thoughtseize. Card was a little too good, honestly. Another Torch, another Waspire, Glavi, and another Exaltair. I'm seeing a lot of the same guys and want some variety in my life. We got Sorlet to help with the Achilles stuff, Carry Off, Warmite, Ignector, Sluggle, Javalantis, Waylance, Griffius, hey, Majesty, also non-foil. That's funny, we pulled the 2 box guys of the deck that we did not pull, because the other deck is Poseidon versus Hestia, you know, fire versus water kind of deal. Arachne's Lair, Beloit Forest, Harpy, Elichick, Pandison, Torchin, Waspire, Glavi, and Brubbelinks. Champion Kia. Brubbelinks has some cool stuff. You get the field spell that lets you pump up your ice guys, or Blizzard, which I think is like a pop a back row and they can't respond to it, which is pretty nice, honestly. Cockadoodle. Kind of the whole thing with the champions is they really want to benefit off of the Divine's effects. So like Poseidon, he nexuses stuff between your guys and then you get benefits from those. Hermes is like a foolish burial, which is a little insane. Hestia does stuff to let you spam your board for more guys. Zeus helps you win combat. So I think the point of a lot of these Divine Champions stuff is to basically help define them as their own decks, rather than right now, which leading up to it has been very much of good stuff piles almost, or just like kind of elemental element piles, but not really so much as like oh, this is a Zeus deck, this is a Demeter deck, Raccoon and Voltempest. We're seeing all of the we're seeing all the guys on the starter decks in non-foil, which is kind of funny. We just need carry off to finish it up. Reforge once again. I'm also kind of skimming through these because at this point it's gonna be seeing a lot of the same. And I think just with like, I'm not sure it's production or what the deal quite is, but you start seeing a lot of the same stuff. We got Soul Stocks though, Champion of Apollo. Apollo has a thing in the game called Foretell. The closest equivalent is like Scry in Magic, except the cards are shown to everybody, but the order is known only to you, that you put them back on top. So like Soul Bell, if you got it earlier, lets you special itself when it is foretold, and then you can send it into Soul Stocks, who then lets you do a little bit more foretelling, I believe. Hey, it's a Soul Bell on top, so then cast back later on. First Coat, Elechick, Panda Sin, Titana Stock, Shiver Roar, Like a Void, a lot of the same beats here. Torch, hey, Galaxy, not the full art, but also a Galaxy. Sparked once again, a Sorlet, Rummikle, Ursko. Sorry, we're just seeing a lot of the same stuff here. Titana Strike, Ankylosaurus, Charcoon, Fulgarius Champ Zeus. I'm not sure if Fulgarius came in the Zeus deck itself. I'm gonna hold on. I can check right here. Let's see. Am I right there? Is he somewhere in this deck, or is he like only in the main? Sick Rabbit, Jolton, Magneros, Electrify, Elechick. Yep, Fulgarius is here. He's just not in non-foil. On to the next one. Frigid Cub, Bunnix, Spy Nymph, Champion of Hermes. He gets to search Hermes, then gets you, I think he lets you even disenchant Wind to get to the next level. Gotcha. Taya, Rummikle, Anvil, the Caduceus, the Talius, and Chrysor, another guy from Aeolus. This Chrysor, in your hand can special ascend if your Sorlet kills something in combat. And what's another kind of interesting thing with the Elestrals, they're still trying to make battle an important aspect of the game, which I can agree is maybe something that stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic to maybe a lesser degree haven't been able to focus on as well, especially with Yu-Gi-Oh! Just doing a bunch of the special chains and like more effect focus, and Magic, at least recently, has been much of more an aggressive metagame in Standard. In Commander, it's kind of battle cruise, everyone kind of staring at each other awkwardly in a Mexican standoff until someone decides to finally pull the trigger. But it's nice that Elestrals is trying to at least do more, and ooh, hello, this might be our box topper? Yeah, this is our box topper. This is our Majesty. It's kind of cool. We got both the box topper, and the full art Majesty, which is pretty sick. Now, the other kind of cool thing going on in Firestorm is Divine Packs. Now, I mentioned those Stellars earlier, and there's a pack full of Stellars, including some serialized ones and a Flammomoth serialized that is only available through those Divine Packs. There's like 100 of those packs out. I think maybe 5 have been shown off so far or discovered. Maybe we'll find one here, but that'd be kind of sick. Kind of doubt it though. The chances are just so impossibly low. Torch, Pandison, but I can dream. Lucky Werepup, Warmiter, Sluggle, Torchin, Waspire, Galabi, and Galaxair. Kind of funny thing is that some Elestrals have Nexus forms, which are kind of like just the same guy in a different element. So we had Galaxair and Galaxy. Galaxy is best known for causing a lot of combat nonsense. But with the new one, just does a temporary shield and sword swap until your next turn. Whereas from base set, I believe Galaxy does like a permanent for all the water enchanted guys. Nemastar helps you guys get in directly. Sluggle, Veritaqua, Harpoon, the Breeze, the Lyre, the Panzer, and Kyle Surge. This is the evolution of the little guy from before. I saw this guy and I really want to try to build him, but there's just not, in my opinion, enough support right now to really do like Thunder Earth stuff. Plus, it doesn't give you straight card advantage. It just is like card selection. So I'd love for there to be like a better Earth Thunder kind of strategy, but I just don't think it's quite there at the moment. Another Nemastar, we have Lair, Veritaqua, Darpoon, Harpy, Javalantis, Waylance, Griffuse. Hermes Trickery is one of the most interesting cards, I think, out of this set. You basically get to pop, if you have a Hermes, pop a guy and then summon another guy from your graveyard with the same enchanting spirits. So you can swap out for like a copy of the same guy. You can pop like a Hermes thing on board and get out something else in your graveyard. If you have something with multiple spirits, lets you basically work up a stage to graveyard. It's a very interesting card with a lot of cool applications. We got Nimbug, we got Kite Mites to help with the spider stuff. We got an Harpoon to help turn into Waylance and punch people in the leg. Harpy, Elechick, Anvil, Caduceus, Talaria. Hestia's Hearth has been an interesting card. Enchant fire from your underworld to your field. Then if that card was Hestia or Enchant Hestia, enchant an additional fire to it. And because damage in Elestrals is dealt through the spirits enchanted on your guys, this helps you basically punch for 2 more or give you more spirits to play with. I should really do a how to play video on Elestrals. Now I'm thinking about it. I just go, ooh, go watch this first before you watch this so you understand what the cards do. Play Forest, Burning, Reforge, Elechic, Pandasin, Titanostock, Titanostrike, Calisurge, Cartoon, and another Spinosaurus. We're about halfway through the box right now. I'll be honest, I'm trying to zoom through this just a little bit because it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock right now in the morning. Yeah, about 3:40. Hibernation, Sparkit, Spinimp, Rtaya, Rummikul, Shiveror, Lycavoid, Torcha Hestia, Volcaries. Champ of Hephaestus is a very interesting card, kind of like Fulgaries that we saw before. He searches Hephaestus, and then Hephaestus is all about artifacts and equipments. The Volcaries lets you use spirits from your underworld to play your cards, the artifacts, which is very nice in a game where you want to make sure you don't die by running out of spirits in your spirit deck or your life total, basically. All right, we got the Ursko, we got Frigica, we got Pandasin, Titanostock, Spinum. Seen a lot of the same stuff, unfortunately, but you go through a box, you're gonna start seeing a lot of duplicates. Sirocco, Monsoon, Mistral, and you get a foil spirits in all of the set, or all your packs or boxes. And this one's Illuminate. We get a lot of sunshine today with Poseidon's Fury. Disenchants any number of water from your Poseidon. Disenchants the same off an opponent's board, which is very goofy because disenchant is like send, right? Like it doesn't destroy the guy, so it really forces a lot of weird interactions. That Sorlet, Carrion, Urskout, Warmite, Ignector, Anvil, and Talaria. Hey, another Viscerus. Kind of funny. Here. And Lycra. I need to know if we're gonna pull a serialized card. Oh, pull the back. Bunix, Soul Bell, Rtaya, Rummikul, Urskout. Hey, we didn't see like the extra stuff again. The Breeze, the Lyre, the Panzer, and Zeus's Call. Nice little tutor if you have Zeus in play to search up for any of your champ of Zeus already in the pot. Frigicub, Bunix, Titanostock, Spinimp, Rtaya, Fortune, Waspire, Globby, Majesty once again. Got 3 of them now. Jeez. Game really wants me to build Majesty. No, that's 4 actually, because we got the non-foil, we got the box topper, we got the full art. Game really wants me to play Mystic Mine. Interesting. Cockadoodle, Nimbug, Sluggle, Veritaqua, Narfoon, Sirocco, Monsoon, Shiny Guy in the back, Mistral, and Scavacol. The evolution of Rummikul. The Scavacol in your hand can special ascend over a Fire Celestial if it has 2 or more artifacts enchanting it, and then the guys enchanting it now go to him. So it lets you preserve your equip spells, basically. Yeah. Next pack. Soul Bell, Plucky, Rummikul. Hey, we just got the evolution. Urskout, Warmite, no Ignector, Javlantis, Waylance, Griffuse, Verdolith, Champ of Demeter. Very cool. Demeter likes to pump up guys, and Verdolith wants to get pumped so that you can special cast a Earth guy from your hand. Any 1 Spirit Earth, which is a very nice utility ability there. Utility ability. Unintentional rhymes, but you know, at 4 in the morning, that's what happens. We got Kite Mite, we got Ursko, we got Harpy, we got Elechic, Champ of Zeus, we got Pandasin, we got the Breeze, we got the Lyre, we got the Panzer, we have another, and Firex, which can bring itself back after being ascended over, I believe, right? Anyway, send this Firex, bring it back during the end phase. I'm just gonna take the box down real quick so I have a little bit more space to work with. But we have 8 more packs before we call it a night. Next one. We got the Werepuff, we got Nemastar, we got Ignector, we got Sluggle, Veritaqua, Titanostrike, Kylosurge, Charcoon, and hey, Voltempest. We're still waiting on Carry-Off to finally have the whole trifecta, or quad-facta. Sure. We've got the Lair, we got the Forest, we got Narpoon, we've got Harpy, we got Elechic, we got Shiveror, we got Lycavoid again, Torcha Hestia, and another Christ. Love it. I love opening cards. We got Reforge, we got Hibernation, Pandasin, Titanostock, Spinum, Anvil, Caduceus, Seralia. Hey, Carry-Off, we finally got him. We now got the whole gaggle of the starter guys in non-foil. Very cool. We got Sparkit, Sorlet, Rtaya, Rummikul, Urskout, Sirocco Notice, Monsoon of Eurus, Mistral Laborious, and a Solar Charge. I believe we're starting to hit the end of our foils, unfortunately. If we can just find 1 serialized in the packs, that'd be so killer. But I don't think it's happening. Carry On, Cockadoodle, Warmite, Ignector, Sluggle. I feel like if you go back, you see I could like repeat half these packs. Freeze, Lyre, Panzer, Dracodoodle. You send it off Hermes, and I believe it's no, it's what is this? We send to your underworld, you can special cast Dracodoodle. You can special cast this guy if Cockadoodle is sent to your underworld. And then you can special him back out. He's just a big old body. He gets bigger for each suppressed celestial in play. Last couple packs here. The pile grows bigger. We got Nimbug, we got Kite Mite, Veritaqua, Narpoon, Harpy, Fortune, Waspire, Globby, another Brumlinx to find that mountain of Boreas that we need so desperately. We got Urskout, Frigicub, Elechic, Pandasin, Titanostock, Javlantis, Waylance, Griffuse, a shiny Hermes. I'm surprised. I kind of assumed most of these boxes would actually have more of the divines, but not sure on that. But hey, we got foil Hermes, very cool. And finally, our last pack, our last chance for a cool serialized stellar at the very end here. We got Bunix, we got Soul Bell, we got Spinum, Gurtaya, Rummikole, Titanostock, and Kylosurge, Charcoon, Soul Stocks, and an Earth Spirit. Woo! That was a fun time. Who can say no to opening card? I don't think any of us could. But I appreciate you if you stuck around this far to watch the whole opening. Once again, thank you so much to Dan and the Elestrals guys for sending this over. Much appreciated. Thank you for bringing this furry little squirrel boy home. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time for more. Not Spellfine 60. It is much too late. I'll see you guys next time for more Elestrals content. But until then, I was gonna say hold up a cryoblast for my little squirrel friend, but no, don't hurt the FLURRMINE. Until next time, save a FLURRMINE. Vacation up north. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Oh god, there's so much. There's so much!